Hi guys, GetZakabor here, this time with a LEGO discussion video. So, with the new Star Wars Rogue One trailer, we're all pumped. I mean, it looks great, we've got classic Stormtroopers, AT-ATs, all the fun stuff, plus a whole bunch of new ones. But of course the big question is, what LEGO sets are we going to get out of this? We've been told that we're getting, I think, 5 regular system sets, and 3 construction sets, or CCBS sets. Or constructible action figures, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term construction. And of course the question then is, what are these going to be? Because, I mean, LEGO hasn't released any pictures yet. And so, riding this big wave of hype on the trailer, we're going to take a look at that and see, and hear some of my thoughts on what we should get. As always, if you've got ideas or something that you want to see in LEGO, let us know down in the comments. I always want to encourage conversation and really, hear what you guys want. So looking at these pictures, we get 5 system LEGO sets, so that is just built with LEGO bricks. And we appear to have a small one, possibly a battle pack size, then a regular sort of, I think, $30 one. Then we look like we've got 2 of like the $60, $70 price tags, and one big one, perhaps a $90 or $120. Preferably the 90. I like affordable stuff. So for the large one, while a lot of people might be thinking, oh, we're going to get an AT-AT, I'm kind of hoping we don't. And this is for the simple fact that we've got a very good AT-AT as the current LEGO model. One of the issues I have with LEGO is they keep bringing out new models of the same vehicle and same figure, so that as soon as you start to build an army of one, they bring out a new one. That old one becomes very hard to get. So I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind. What I wouldn't mind is, that shuttle we saw in the trailer? The one with 4 wings? Yeah, this one. I wouldn't mind seeing one of those. That looked like it would make a pretty cool LEGO set. And hopefully I can get the right colour this time, unlike what they did with Kylo Ren's shuttle. Then we have these 2 smaller ones. Now, once again, we didn't get to see that much in the trailer, but we can be pretty safe to assume that one of these is going to be on the Death Star, or part of the inside of the Death Star. As this appears to be a large portion of it. And perhaps the other one could be Yavin 4, or part of that base we saw in the trailer. That'd be a pretty interesting way to expand the universe in LEGO, especially as we tend to not get too many location-based sets. It'd always be nice to get some of those. Moving on down to what looks like a $40 sort of set, $35, $40, depending on where you are in Australia and where you're buying it from. This is an interesting one. In the trailer, we got to see this scene, which I'll put up in the... Oh, here we go. Which has this tank coming around the corner with a whole bunch of stormtroopers. I reckon it would be really awesome to have this tank in, say, this $40 set. I've seen a couple of builds of it on the internet, and looking at them, I'd say they'd be, even with LEGO Star Wars pricing, probably around about a $40 set price. And I reckon that this is probably going to be that tank, or something very similar, because I reckon they would sell probably maybe the highest of the line, apart from this next one, which appears to be a battle pack size. Now for a battle pack, I'm really hoping they don't do what they did with The Force Awakens, which, while it makes sense, and I covered that in my other discussion video, yeah, self-promotion. I hope that they have at least 2 figures that are the same, preferably 2 regular Stormtroopers, because, the LEGO Rebels ones are awful. I mean, look at the helmets. It's completely out of proportion. The mouth thing goes all the way down the side. It looks awful. So hopefully we'll get a battle pack which hopefully should contain 2 Stormtroopers, regular Stormtroopers, with good head molds and good head prints. One of the new Dark Troopers, because they look awesome. I mean, we're not sure if they're Dark Troopers, Shadow Troopers, Death Troopers, or what they are. Actually, thinking about it, they're probably not Dark Troopers, considering Dark Troopers are robotic. And the only ones that could be worn were quite large. The Phase 3 ones. So perhaps, or thinking about it again, Shadow Troopers, they were in Battlefront, which is technically canon, and they were grey. We've already got a battle pack of those. Actually a pretty nice battle pack, come to think of it. So, hopefully, we'll get whatever this new Black Stormtrooper is. Could be, I think they've called them Death Troopers at some point. That's pretty interesting, and in fact I'm excited to see what they do in the film. But for this set, hopefully get one of those, and for the 4th minifig, I reckon one of the Scarab Troopers. They're the ones we saw on the tank, and the other ones we saw running across the Death Star. One of those. because they looked great with that blast shield thing, and it's always good to have new versions of Stormtroopers. As for the build in it, I'm not really sure. I mean, the build's not really the important part of a battle pack. Although getting a small piece of a Death Star building might be nice, just so we've got something to help build up pieces for mocks. Or even like, I'd be completely fine with 4 Stormtroopers and a palm tree and a little bit of beach, because it would certainly make mock building for the beach easier. Not giving anyone any hints here, but you know, there may or may not be a Rogue One mock coming out of this channel at some point. Especially if there's a battle pack containing, as I said, 2 Stormtroopers and 2 of the new ones. So moving on, we also have this other picture showing we're going to get 3 construction sets based on Rogue One, or based around the Rogue One time. Now, before we get into even Rogue One, please give us a Stormtrooper. A regular rank and file Stormtrooper from the original trilogy. We've got First Order Stormtrooper, we've got Cody, I think we've got Rex, I think we've got a Phase 1 or a Phase 2 Stormtrooper, a Clone Trooper I mean. But we still haven't gotten, in the construction figure range, a regular, run-of-the-mill original trilogy Stormtrooper. And I really hope there'll be one in this lot, because that'd be fantastic to be able to buy a few of those and have like a construction Stormtrooper army. As for the other 2, I expect one of them will be Jyn Erso, as you know, the protagonist of the film. And while I really hope the other one is a Scarab Trooper or one of those Dark Trooper types, it will probably be Donnie Yen's character or Forrest Whitaker's character, as they appear to be the ones who are going to be played up as, I guess, the badass part of the film. Although, I have to admit, I wouldn't mind seeing whatever this new white Admiral, perhaps, could be Grand Admiral. White is the colour of the rank of Grand Admiral. Also the colour of the Imperial Security Bureau, which we know is also still canon, thanks to the Rebels television show and Agent Callus. So in fact, I think I might revise that one and really hope that we get whatever Ben Mendelsohn is playing. Either an Imperial Security Bureau agent or a Grand Admiral. And who else do we know and love who's a Grand Admiral? That's right, Thrawn. So, complete speculation here, got nothing to do with Lego, but they may be building up to having a Thrawn inclusion in the official canon again. And that would be fantastic. Perhaps even building up towards a Thrawn inclusion in Episode 8 or Episode 9. That would be a really fantastic way to bring the episodic portion of the canon back on track and back into known territory that is interesting and compelling. Anyway, those are my thoughts for what I hope we'll get and what we probably will get in the Rogue One Lego wave. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What do you guys want to see in these sets? What do you think there will be? What do you think of my choices for what I'd want to see in them? Do you want to see more Stormtroopers or less in the battle pack? Perhaps you want to see another particular character as a buildable action figure. And as always, like, rate and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and keeps it going and helps me bring out more videos each week. And as always, this is Gets Like a Ball, signing off.